Let's talk about multiplication methods. You might do multiplication like this of numbers. Something like 23 times 34. Wow, there's some unimaginative numbers. So the way I would do this is I'd write these out like this, and I'd do 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8, add the 1 is 9, stick a 0 there, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, then add it all up, blah, 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 like that. Another way of doing this that I think kids are taught these days is to draw these funny lines. So if I do like 2 and then 3, and then I do 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, I can count the intersections of these lines in sort of groups. Why would I want to highlight in black, explain everything? That's a real mystery. There we go. So there's one thing, there's another one, and I've gone a bit big there. There's another one. So I wonder if those, if that works. So what do I have to do? I'm going to have to do some carrying here, aren't I? We'll start from the smallest digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Oh, not highlighting anymore. Dear me. I don't want to be invisible anymore. There we go. 2, carry a 1. So I'm doing some carrying. I'm going to guess that there are 2 lots of 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 lots of 8 even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, 9 and 9. There's my carrying. 8, 9, add another 1. That gives me 18. Carrying another 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things there. 7, 8, 2. So I have to do some carrying again still. Anyway, that's a model of multiplication. Alex Bellos did some videos a while ago about fun ways of multiplying numbers together. But how do you multiply other things together? I want to show you, first of all, cross product of 2 vectors. So let's say I've got A, B, C as a vector, and I want to do the cross product with D, E, F. No, I don't. I'm going to make a big mistake there if I carry on with that. So let's dear me, explain everything's not very good. Let's change the names of those things. Crikey. X1, Y1, Z1, cross X2, Y2, Z2. So the way I was taught to do this was to work out the determinant of this matrix, where I've got my basis vectors on the top row, and then my first vector, and then my second vector. And to work out the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, you work out the determinants of the little 2 by 2 matrices. So it's something like I times y1 z2 minus y2 z1. Then you have to remember that something about matrix of cofactors or whatever, so that it's minus j times x1 z2 minus x2 z1, and then it's back to plus again, plus k. It's this next one here, x1 y1 minus y2 minus x2 y1, like that, which is all well and good, but after I'd graduated, one of my new colleagues, previously my lecturer, let me in on a little secret about how to multiply, how to work out a cross product quite quickly. You write out the vectors in columns. Twice. You don't really need to do it twice, but this is the way he explained it to me. And You can avoid all this plus and minus cofactors nonsense by forgetting that first one there. And then you just do these crosses, cross product, right? y1, z2 minus z1, y2. I'm changing the order of the things there because I'm doing the one on the left, but that's the way I'm doing it. So that's my first component. My next component is those two things together, z1, x2 minus z2, x1. And then there's my next bit, x1, y2 minus y1, x2. There we go. I wrote those the wrong way around there. I'm just going to change quickly those things here. I didn't look. I said I was doing it the way I'd written it down. X1, Z2. There we go. So that's way quicker. That's how I do cross products now. And then what's made me think about doing this video is I saw a new method of working out the product of two matrices, which I thought was exciting. So now I'm going to do A, B, C, D, and so on. So if I've got a matrix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I want to multiply them together, you have to remember that rule about going along this one and down that one. And remember where you are with each cell. So it's going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. You may or may not be able to hear my daughter complaining about her frozen dress in the background. She doesn't want to put it back on. So it's something like you do AE plus BG, and then the next one is AF plus BH, and then it's CE plus DG and CF plus DH. And again, you can get good at this and fast at this, but it's quite hard. But the method that I saw was another one of these cool draw it out in a grid kind of ideas. Let the layout do all your thinking for you. So I'm going to write my two matrices here like this, and the other one up here, down there. And now I can see quite straightforwardly how to multiply these things together. To go here, I sort of want to go across that row and down that column, so it's AE plus BG. And now I'm definitely in this column here, so it's AF plus BH, CE plus DG, and CF plus DH. So that's a way of multiplying matrices together. Do whatever works for you. There are loads of different ways of doing things, and the point is they're all equivalent. They all produce the same result, but some of them just go a little bit better with the way that the gears in your head go.